Hello to those who have came to my reading. I want to let you know, what does the person you have in mind find attractive about you? This is going to be part one. Two. Oh my God. Three. Four. Five. And six. Hello to those who chosen pile one. This reading is going to be separated into two different sections. This first one is, what do people or what does your person find platonically attractive about you? The Hermit is the Virgo card, and over here you had House the Bala 4 come out for you, technically representing the Virgo sign in Indian astrology. The first thing I will bring up is the Hausa Nakshatra with all that is more concerned with family matters, willing to compromise on the professional level, intelligent, rival-eyed, courageous. But then over here with the fourth house with the Banda Bahava, I'm sorry if I'm not saying it right, but it is what it is. It rules the mother figure, nurturing figures. It's associated with like comfort in the home, activities associated with becoming in tune with our emotional states. So that has to do with like meditation. And I have a friend who works out. That's how she meditates. Painting, archery, reading, any type of meditative state. And the reason why, like, I wanted to talk about these two because they're giving Earth. They're giving Earth. Yeah, Vanda Bauhava is represented by the moon in Cancer, but it's giving very grounded vibes. And also with the double Virgo here, you're probably a Virgo, or they associate platonic attractive qualities of the Virgo sign with you. With the Five of Wands, this person or people like it whenever you embarrass them. Maybe they got a little humiliation kink going on because they like it whenever you're nitpicky with them, that you call them on their flaws. But then you do it so much, you expect them to fix it. Like, fix it, fix it, fix it. And they can't slack off. Kind of makes sense this is a power dynamic in that you're the boss, you're the higher up, and they're the ones that are below you. What the platonic quality they also find attractive about you is you have a very brilliant mind. They like the creative drive you have. It's not creativity in a fire or watery way, it's like in an earthy way. So I think a good example of this is Beyonce. So she's actually a Virgo. Whenever she performs, whenever she talks in interviews, she just has this real slow cadence to her speech. She's very well mannered, soft spoken, articulate. I have never seen an interview, now that I think about it. I don't do too much research into her, by the way, but I've never seen an interview where she stuttered. Like, everything is well thought out and methodical in a slow, reliable way. I think there's a reason why I'm using Beyonce, because Beyonce is super, super successful, but she's a Virgo, and she embraces her little Virgo qualities. But overall, with the vibe in that card, I just kept on getting you being like, no, no, no. So maybe you might be viewed as high maintenance. That's what's attractive about you. The Five of Wands, I mean, that wasn't the best card, so I think what that could mean is maybe this particular person finds that attractive about you, but not other people would. You're not coming off as a polarizing person because you're giving Earth. It's just, you like me, you don't. How are you gonna make up your mind? You're very to the point. So sorry, this seems unprofessional, and it really is. I'm literally testing out a new microphone right now. I really, really hope it works. So sorry if you are seeing a bunch of cuts in this video. It's just that I'm making sure that I'm gonna be able to give you a quality reading. The Princess of Wands, getting that you're someone who does not have huge breasts. But overall, you're someone who's just thoughtful and kind. Maybe this is two people you're real close to because Five of Wands, I can see how it's dealing with like actual suitors and how they view you as high maintenance, or maybe how people view you at your work. But Princess of Wands is, a softer side to you, and I'm not surprised if a lot of people don't see this side. The fourth parallel with Hausta Nakshatra, that's literally on being more concerned with family matters and are willing to compromise on the professional level and are well liked by people, intelligent. Once again, that's reiterating that you probably put your family first or family matters first. You're not the type of person to miss your daughter's or son's game, trying your best to attend all the events. You're a very active family member. So odd because you think that would mean, oh my gosh, how one is family oriented. This is what this person likes. But no, these people or this person is viewing you in an independent energy. So it's like you can go off and do your own thing. Yeah, you got work, but I feel like you have a really good schedule to where you schedule a lot of free time for yourself. Not a lot, but like if it's such a huge busy week, you at least put aside freaking 30 minutes of just I'ma chill and watch a movie. I'ma chill and watch a show to avoid burnout. This is adding on to that Virgo part of you or Virgo aspect that you project onto society, or how these people view you. You're creative but in a Virgo way, and that's what's beautiful because you don't burn bright and then fizzle out. I personally just associate with creative people, but you never fizzle out. You never hardcore burn bright either. You do have good ideas. You're very responsible. That's what's attractive about you. You have a good head on your shoulders. This little glimpse into you enjoying family, you splurging on family every so often. Virgo, I'm not surprised if you don't do that too often. But it's beautiful. There's not really even a dichotomy, it's just superfluous. And the last thing I'm seeing with the little tiny description about the house stuff, fourth pile, that is courageous, intelligent, and well liked by others. And that is what the people close to you like about you. So if this person's not close to you, this is how they're viewing what other people find attractive about you, which at that point it's more personal qualities rather than physical. And then here with Bandu Bahava, you could literally be a mother. I am not surprised. Or you can be the oldest sibling. At least in Hispanic communities, what often happens is the oldest kind of put the responsibility on raising the other children, and then the third child is being raised by the other two. So you have a lot of experience with things of the home. But going back to if this is a romantic suitor of yours, this is what is attractive about you because you're coming up as someone that you need to settle down with. You're not someone to play with. And you're very serious. You have standards, you have wants. You go after what you need to do, and because you're so independent, well-oiled machine on its own. So I can see how this person or other people are intimidated by you. What parts of this damn machine are rusty? Like, what other parts of this machine can I add to? Like, how can they make your life better? It's a daunting task to even conceptualize, like, how can I even add to how one's life? I'm not even surprised that these people don't even really pursue you. The most they will do is make you mad. Basically not follow orders for a bit, but then they eventually fall in line. I think that these people don't feel enough. With Uranus card, I got the phrase, the grass is always greener on the other side, but it's you saying that. You have gotten to where you're at in regards to financial stability because of that phrase. So you're not the type of person that has settled into a job for years. You typically job hop every year or so. And this is the only time in the reading that Spirit's coming in to kind of admonish you for having this sentiment towards your career. They're telling you right now that you need to start settling down into a vocation. Start trying to save up for a house. Because I feel like I'm talking with people in their 30s, 40s, you're still living in it. There's nothing wrong with always living in an apartment, okay? Especially if you can literally fund that lifestyle, why not? I can see. But hey, this is what Spirit's telling you. What if in a year or two you meet the one? What if in a year or two you really want kids? You got divorced, have custody, right? But then you're like, you know what? No, I want my children to see that they should have a stable family. And the way I can be an example of that is by settling down at least into a house, into one vocation. You need to start making a better example of yourself in matters of career to the outside looking in. Whenever it comes to the younger generation looking at you, they think, oh wow, Pawan's having the time of their life, or Pawan has a lot of experience under their belt because they're doing this and then they always do this and then this and this and this. It's easy for young folk to idealize a nomadic lifestyle where they don't gotta settle down, but Spirit is getting mad at you because you should already be aware of this, but they're bringing it up to you in the forefront again in this reading. Get it together, and we both know you need to start settling down. They're not even bringing up a partner or any future romantic partner. They're just saying in general, like for yourself, bro. Okay, next section is gonna be what does this person or these people find sexually attractive about you? Right now, I'm gonna put up a channeled Instagram photo I chose for y'all. The link is down below if you're interested in this art. What does this person find sexually attractive about you? They really like your hands. They like the way you turn your neck. Maybe you have a tendency of popping your neck as soon as you turn all the way left, all the way right, which I don't know how people can even do that. But that is the only physical characteristic I'm getting that's attractive about you from this photo, because overall, the message is you have an avoidant attachment style, and that is what certain people find very sexually hot about you. You do your own thing, and odds are they probably really like to chase. The idea, fantasy of winning you over, one night stand, or you don't attract people for one night stands, you attract people with long term in mind. But these people don't feel enough to even take you out on a date, buy you gifts, be emotionally vulnerable with you. So that's why I'm telling you this person or people may tend to retaliate by getting you mad, doing the opposite of what you expect them, so that way your attention actually is on them, because for the most part you're just avoiding, because if they was to follow orders you wouldn't even glance at them or say a single word to them, finding your lifestyle and just worthy of you. So that's all for the Instagram photo. I'm starting here with the Poshya Nakshatra, is that how you say Nakshatra? Pada 3. And I'm getting to say an embarrassing thing that I did back in my little high school days. I was a little socially awkward, but because I was pretty, I got away with it. So the reason I'm saying that is because there was this man, we'll call him, oh, sorry, he was a boy. He was a little boy. We'll call him Chris. The beginning of high school, and from then on out, I knew he's had this like long-standing crush on me. I knew I was not the only person, you know. He probably had these other crushes on other people. He was constantly on and off in a very toxic, literally abusive relationship with this other girl. So obviously, with that in mind, I'm not gonna mess with him. He can do his own thing. I thought he would have been a great friend though. There was a few times whenever there was on break, he would try to text me or he would try to talk with me, try to link up with me, and we would have a lot of fun together. And there was this friends, right? So it was me. Maybe it was for a party or something, because he was there too. You know, he was invited. I think it was for a party. It was ice skating. Y'all, I swear to God, I loathe skating in general, or ice skating. I hate it. But you know, my friends was encouraging me. I was like, I guess like I'll fit in. I'm holding on to my friends as she's pushing me slowly around the little rink, and I fall real bad. Like my ass eats it. My shirt goes all the way up, covers my face. My bra is out. My cute little flabby tubbing's out. He stopped skating. He turned around just to talk with right in front of him. He saw everything. Oh, that was so embarrassing. I mean, yeah, it was embarrassing that he saw it and that he's a male and he was like the only male there at the party. Like it just so happened. But I think like a week passed by. For some reason, we was in talk again at school. One of the first things I mentioned, I'm so sorry I flashed you. Like I did not mean it. And he told me, why are you even apologizing to me? You're beautiful the way you are. Like, I didn't see you in a sexual way or I didn't think about you sexually after. I just thought that, whatever, he was just trying to raise me up. You see, my pits are literally sweating because I was thinking of back in that moment. That was so embarrassing. But with the push, yeah, this connects with the description. So the description with about the three, it falls under Libra and is ruled by Venus. In regards to sexual attraction from this person or from people around you, I don't know if you're asking generally or someone specific, they see you as more inclined towards home, comfort, luxuries, and romance. You tend to make a great life partner, dude. And I cannot lie. I cannot lie. Did I not say that? Did I not get that intuitive interpretation this whole time, bro? The whole time. I didn't even read that. What's sexually attractive about you is people can make an idealized version of you in their head and they can fantasize, what you would do with a long term partner with you. This person or these people know that other people are doing the exact same thing. That's why they feel like they're one in many. They don't stand out compared to the competition. I know it says light, but ironically, I'm getting the antithesis in matters of skin tone. So I think you can be either darker than this person, but I was really getting like black skin. But that's also what is sexually attractive about you, the contrast in y'all skin tone, the fact that you're darker. I guess they could prefer men or women with more melanin. It's connected with the Ten of Cups, so I think this is a pattern of women or men that they date or that they find hot. This person wants to drown in your wetness there with the Ten of Cups. If you're a guy, you can already assume. I don't want to be too hardcore descriptive. They wish that they could make a bucket load of cum, but this bucket's like the size of me, so I'm like 5'4". And then once they're done, you're in front of them. And after doing it or something, or like you're clearly turned on, they just want to dump all this bucket, that they've been saving this time just all on you. And they want to wrap your ears tightly. Maybe that could associate with bondage because in order to wrap your ears tightly, I mean, you'll be wrapping up your nose or your eyes. Maybe they want to do some of that with you, putting earmuffs on you. They could be into that whole kidnapping thing, the foreplay. Removing your sound forces you to rely on your other senses, so they find that hot. You need to rely on one sense. So let's say they remove your ability to see, to hear. They tie you up because you can't touch. So now you can only anticipate and anticipate. They'll just leave your mouth open, so that way you can rely on taste and they'll just slowly. This person is very, very, very slow with the foreplay, let me tell you. This person has a lot of fantasies and how this will play out. It's all the scenarios I'm getting sexually, but just know this gets a little more kinkier, wilder. It's going to tailor for each person that's clicking on this pile. With the Queen of Swords, this person wants to be able to put heels on you. You're a man. You don't like heels, but to put on fancy shoes, they want to put fancy shoes on you. Like anything that's like a luxurious shoe, they want to put on you, but whatever your preference is. They want to see you with armbands. It's like bangles, the bracelet in their fantasies whenever it comes to not being in bed. They just want to kiss you really, really slowly on your face, especially on your forehead, but they'll probably go down to your cheeks. That's it. And then afterward, they just want to look at you and just take in all of you. It's really cute. But just keep in mind that I'm already done interpreting now, this whole reading. It's gonna wrap it up, but this person doesn't feel worthy for you for shit, bro. Well, I don't know if you gotta do things to make yourself a lot more palatable, relatable. This is not an issue with just this person. In general, I can see how many people view you like this, and this person agrees with the sentiment I'm saying right now. So that's all I had for you. I hope you enjoyed the reading. Please like, dislike, comment, subscribe. Hope you guys have a good day or night. Bye. Hello to those who've chosen part 2. I got a title Itsuga photo for you. Putting it up on the screen right now. It's 33. I am pure awareness. And I specifically told myself I can save stuff on Instagram, and I have a whole collection with a bunch of photos. And I assigned this one photo. It has to do with God, like the creator. All matters of spirituality is condensed in this photo. So you got it. And this first section is, what do people find platonically attractive about you? They're telling me that you're scary hot. Maybe you got an intimidating aura about you. Then another phrase I channeled is, you see through the looking glass. Yeah, just people are scared shitless of you. Probably of your depth, right? This person, or people in general, see you as you have access to knowledge that no one's supposed to know about. People on this planet can't fathom it, they can't comprehend it. Whether they know if you're spiritual or not, I assume you already are, so I'm gonna talk with you like you are. Reach a stage of spiritual enlightenment. I already went through my second one, but technically I'm still going through it. And I didn't even know that was even possible until they told me I was gonna upgrade again. The reason why I'm mentioning that is, I'm having this talk with you. Whatever, I'm on my second stage of spiritual enlightenment. But to the average person listening, or maybe to this person listening, they're like, what the fuck is that? Like, I cannot. It scares them. The concept of spirituality, the concept of fucking matrix is real. That there's codes, like all this, the general minute stuff that are facts about this universe. This person's scared is, and they somehow know that you know. Give off the vibe like you know, or maybe they've heard you around conversations briefly mentioning that. Now, is this a person with preconceived bias towards witchcraft, towards other religions? There's always those extremists in each religion where they're all gung-ho about their own religion and that everyone else is wrong. Are they like that? Or is it that they're actually scared of your spiritual potential? But they're not scared of you. It's just they're scared of what you know. I'm not surprised if these people keep a distance from you, or they barely even talk. They don't want you to even notice them. If you even look their way, they know that they're fucking up. Like they feel like they gotta have their shit together in order to even interact with you. So clearly this person don't got it together, so that's why they don't even want to talk with you or look at you. I mean, for an example, I had an old high school teacher. I loved the way she pushed us as students. I remember at the end of the year, I think it was junior year, she told us, guys, did y'all know that in my class y'all wrote, it was 60 something essays, and then we still had other class. But anyways, seeing her recently as an adult, I try my best to stay away from her, I'm not gonna lie, to make combo with her, because she's always asking about my job or my work, and I personally feel insecure about that right now. And it's not that I'm even doing bad. I'm actually doing great. But it's just that the goals I have for myself, I have not achieved them at all in this career. So that's why I'd rather talk with her, start getting to know her, be open, discussion of jobs whenever I meet them. So that way, I guess it's an insecurity right of mine. So that way I can avoid the pain of her judging me. I guess they didn't really realize that. But anyways, you see, so right now I'm talking about my teacher. In this case, you're the teacher and I'm the student, or the former student. Or I'm saying it's this person or other people. You see, like, why am I stumbling over my words? But yeah, that's basically it. You're the shit. So now, closing off that photo and moving on here, is this spread for what does this person or what do people find platonically attractive about you? We're going to start here with the Hanged Man, and that's supposed to be the Pisces card. I'm getting that part of the song by Kali Uchis. It's called 10%. And she's like, you're trying way too hard. Ego is not your friend. I only speak the truth. These lyrics are the epitome of this person or these people. Because they want to avoid your presence, not even acknowledge you at all, not even talk with you. Because they're insecure, right? Let's be real. They feel like they're not mature enough for you, they're not at your level. So with the Hangman, it relates to their thoughts and fantasies about you, which is they bottle it up, push you away, and they push it down, down, down. If the thought of you pops up, they're like, you know what? I need to stop thinking about Patu. Who looks exactly like Patu? Or who looks similar to Patu? Okay, so now whenever I start thinking of Patu, for some reason, or they randomly pop up in my head, or I see them on social media, I'm going to immediately check out, let's say, Karina's page. I'm going to force myself to think about Karina. So that way, I can prime myself in months till now, totally stop thinking about Paltu. And I'm only thinking about Karina whenever Paltu is mentioned. Just matters of you pop up or they see you on social media. It's like, oh, Karina, oh, okay, it's fine. The issue here is that this is a horrible coping strategy, and it feels like I can't have words to describe this, so I'm gonna say scenario. There was times when spiritually I was genuinely fighting demons, okay, for a week and a half ish, like two. And at the very end, when I was done with the freaking battle, dude, my spiritual body was so fucked up, bro. I was so messed up, and I was trying to get back to my spiritual home. I was pulling all sorts of shit out of my ass. I was so used to being hyper vigilant, strategizing 24/7 that when the time came where the fight was done, I just want to get back home. I just want to, because I still had to fight other entities before I reached home, before I was actually safe. And it was a very exhausting experience. Imagine that being them. I don't know if this person's already exhausted from life, or maybe spiritually they already feel drained, they feel tired, or maybe they're a victim of you. Maybe you put some little bruja stuff on them. You're being an energy vampire to them. Maybe you put a hex or a curse on them, and maybe you're asking about what do they find attractive about me. Low key, bro, like I can see right through you. Like you did put the hex or the curse on them, if that's the case. This is further reiterating, I guess, for you that their life is a mess and they have no idea how to stop you or your power. That's really going to resonate for someone out there. I don't know who. But anyways, probably for the majority of you, they're like running on fumes whenever it comes to matters with you. Or romantic matters, or is it platonic matters? Like, is it friendship? Is it work? I don't know. That's why I'm not judging them for bottling it up, handling this very immaturely. You heard of the spoon theory? It's a psychological thing, and it talks about a life with person with ADHD versus, or with autism, I forgot which one to be honest, versus a regular person. So you can start off with 20 spoons, and then each spoon represents how much energy you use to allocate toward your job, towards waking up, towards getting dressed, this and that. But sometimes a person with I don't know if it's ADHD or autism, they can wake up and they only have like 4 spoons. So they're already done with all the spoons by the time they get out of the house, and they're just freaking cranky and moody. Like, this person can definitely resonate with that. They have very, very few spoons every single time they wake up. Long story short, they want to avoid the topic of you altogether. They don't want to deal with your mess or your drama or whatever baggage comes with you. And it's just, I'm trying my best to forget about how to. Is there feelings? I can see how they are because this is a Pisces card. Do y'all just know each other platonically? I can see that too. Just tailor to your scenario. With the Uranus card, this person wants out of this connection. So I know you're asking, what do they find attractive about me platonically? Right now, I'm answering that, but just know that it keeps on showing up. They want to escape from you and your holds, like your death stare. And don't get mad at me for sympathizing with them or trying my best to explain to you their side. Maybe this person did do you wrong. Maybe they're an asshole. I don't know. But just let me interpret, bro, because I can see how you're kind of triggered. They just can't handle you, Patu. I think that's just it. Maybe they fucked around and they found out. So now we're moving here to the Chandra. That is representing the Hindu god of the moon. What this person is doing right now, I'm so sorry. I know you wanted to know what this person found attractive about you, but I'm just reading what is coming up. Why didn't you ask about someone else, bro? Because this is someone who doesn't want nothing to do with you. If y'all broke up, or if y'all had a fight, they immediately just jumped to someone else. They chose one person and they chose to channel whatever good feelings they felt for you. Was that loving? Was that romantic? I don't know, but you would know. Whatever they was channeling to you at first, they immediately just 180 turned that and channeled it to someone else. And that's what they're still continuing to do right now. Hey man, right? Going back there. They're running off fumes, bro. I don't see that connection lasting long. At the most, bro, at the most 2 months. And if for some reason you see in social media or you hear from word of mouth that it's lasting longer, that is just a one-sided relationship, as in that other person is the one that is keeping that relationship going. Because whatever you're asking about is just deadbeat. They are drained, like zero battery type stuff. And what's going to end up happening, I guess this does relate to, in a sense, what do they find attractive about you platonically in the far future. Once this person starts replenishing their battery, first off, they're channeling all their loving or doting, happy. I don't know if this was a friend or not. That's why I don't really know what great words to use onto another person, right? So let's call this other person, oh yeah, Karina. Let's call him Karina. They only started doing this for like a week or two. After that passed by, they literally just blocked Karina and everything. Like they just blocked them out of their life. They started building themselves up, but that's what they're about to do. Are they in the middle of it? Maybe, I don't know. Matters how advanced they are, how fast this goes, but they start replenishing their social battery or their battery for work or their battery for romance, whatever you category you was in. And once it goes all the way to like 85%, so whenever they unblock Karina, they treat it as a low maintenance connection. They barely give Karina the time of day. Like Karina is the one that's making all the effort. Once again, it's one-sided. But once the battery reaches right at 85%, they start looking at you. So yes, they unblock Karina. So yeah, I don't really care. They don't really care about Karina. So then they look at you and it's like, what can I do to get Pal 2 back? To have Pal 2 back? I just don't understand how it played out. Like this is them, what they should have done at the beginning. But because other circumstances were impacting their mental health, now looking at you and now they're processing in the far future, well, where did this go wrong? What did I do wrong? What did they do wrong? Is Pal 2 still the same person? Does Pal 2 even open to talking to me at all? They're in planning mode to woo you back over to come to them. They really feel, bro, like you'll have a fucking soul bond or soul tie. They consider it unbreakable and they don't even want it to break. They don't even want to. At this point, when they're at 85%, they're looking over at you. Ever want to think of a time in their life that you're not by their side? Is this with work? Is this with friendship? Is this with romance? I don't know. But just know that's coming. There is the Uttara Falguni Nakshatra, and that's Bauda 3. This is the sign between Leo and Virgo, so it's like a cusp. And Bauda 3 is ruled by Aquarius and Saturn, and these people are mostly intelligent and goal-oriented, which I guess now this makes sense with the Chandra interpretation. And now I'm channeling the song, What Am I Doing Here? Whoa, here. It's by Elisa Gauda. I forgot, bro. This whole reading went in a fucking circle just to get to the point, because what did they find platonically attractive about you? Well, first they like your boobs, if you got them. Or if you're a man, you know, they like your chest. They're basically like boobs, you know, you can wear a bra with it. I think that you're really sweet. They love your face, natural beauty. They just take in all of you, and they can't express or conceptualize how happy you make them. This person does seem emotionally immature right now. I don't know if they've always been emotionally immature. You would know. But this person is just coming from a stage of running on fumes to now getting their shit together. The reason why I'm mentioning this, why can't they conceptualize fully how happy you make them? It's because they've been blocking off the way they've been feeling about you for so long that in the far future, when they're going into it, they're being slow about it, slowly diving into how much love they have for you. They literally cannot conceptualize how much they love you. They have to fully lay in it, like a fucking ocean. Just lay in it and realize, wow, this is how much I love Paul too. Like unconditional. They do it right away. They'll freak out, they'll short circuit. It's gonna take them a lot of time. But last thing I'm getting is what they find attractive about you platonically is you're bound for success. They think you're a hard-working woman or man. Beautiful. I did not expect this to turn out at all. This next section is going to be, what does this person find sexually attractive about you? We'll start here with the King of Wands. They really like your hair. I know the Magnet card is there, but even if it wasn't there, I would still channel that. There's just something about you that is really magnetizing. It's like a sedative effect you have on this person. I guess the issue for them, it's not for you, is that they're not the only ones, you know. feel like you have this kind of effect on everybody. Whenever you walk in a room, it's just your aura makes you so pungent of like how strong and sexy. I'm getting there seeing you as like you always look good. How to every time. Even whenever you wake up and your hair is everywhere, face is all swollen, it's just like, oh my god, two looks so good. In the far future, when this person's social battery, they get it together with that, they're going to pursue a long term relationship with you. Once again, they don't want to let you go. They want to be etched to your soul to the end of time. Oh, this is so cute. It's actually come up as pretty innocent, even though, ironically, this is the sexual section. But this person will go and go and go and go and go until you say yes or until you accept their offer. They can be very annoying. Now it's moving up here to the first house. Daunu Wahab. So funny, this is like nothing but fire in this section. In the last section, it was like moon, water. So I guess you can say, because that was platonic, that had to do with emotions, and this is sexual, that has to do with fire. I think this person has a well-rounded love for you. Anyway, so Mars and Aries rules the first house. It deals with matters of you and relationship partners. Activities associated with it is stuff that keeps you grounded. So checking in on your breathing, how's my breathing pattern? How is my heart beating? Is it beating fine? Is it slow now? You feeling your food digest all up in your stomach. Just really sitting with yourself. First off, they don't want you to know the sexual fantasies they have about you. The Four of Wands, this is a marriage card. It's in reverse because it's being kept locked in key. Maybe this person does have spiritual prowess because they're blocking me from interpreting. I know this is the sexual pile, but they don't want to tell you anything. They don't want to reveal anything. They want you to find out yourself. But it's in reverse because they're supposed to voyeur out towards you. I was going to say voyeurism, so maybe that is a little clue. They need to reach out to you, okay? You've done what you could. So just sit back and wait for them. Or don't wait for them, make them work for it. I don't really know. Whatever you want. And the magnet card there is supposed to be keep it shut, silent, and sealed. And that was supposed to be the King of Wands. You know how I told you what they found attractive about you? You actually was not supposed to find out about that. Luckily, I am a decently advanced tarot reader, and that's why I was able to penetrate that information from that card. But it was also supposed to be under lock and key. Now, they made sure those sexual fantasies were under lock and key, though. I did get voyeurism, I'm not gonna lie, but they just probably thought I wasn't gonna be able to have the spiritual prowess to be able to interpret that, but I did. I'm not as advanced to read the Four of Wands. Then there's the fourth house, Bandu Bahava. I was getting to read excerpts from religious texts in Hinduism. I believe these are the Hindu. Okay, look, I'm doing quotes here. So it's talking about the fourth house, right? And it says conveyances, relatives, mother, happiness, treasure, lands, and buildings are to be consulted through Bandu Bahava. And then the next one is from the fourth house. Know the mother, conveyance, relatives, state protection, house friends, and armaments. Last one is whatever results are to be known from Bantu should also be known from the fourth of Chandra, which I thought was interesting when I read that one thing because you got Chandra in the last one, which represented the moon. So basically, the fourth house is all about kind of the Four of Wands vibes here. It's not giving right now in this reading, but the original interpretation of Four of Wands is to settle down, is things of maternal shit, of home matters, and it's connected with the moon. They want to be annoying to you, so they know the address and they would want to visit your house randomly. Just know that for future reference, especially if you're not close with this person right now. They would want to bug you often. They want to see you in your natural state. The more they see you in your natural state, the more they're going to fall in love with you. You acting like they're not even there. I think that's why they like going to your house so often, but I don't see them really admitting this because they want you to be under the surmise. That's not even how you even say that word, I'm sorry, but under the guise that they're only there to annoy you. Also, this pile could have a connection with the first one. Boundu Bahava, and Loki forgot which other one was in the last one. But if this person has not seen you nude, they definitely want to see you nude, okay? I'm wearing glasses, but you know how whenever someone looks at you and then they look down and then they put down their little glasses, the bridge of their nose, that's how they want to look at you. They just want to see you smile, be happy. They always want to be by your side. This feels very objective. You're not a case study, but they're like observing you from afar. It's like you're an animal. They want to see you do things in your natural habitat, enjoy yourself naturally. They don't want to really affect you too much. This is not the type of person to do slapstick comedy to make you happy or buy you very lavish gifts just to see your reaction. Do you see that little tiny bug on the fourth house? And I'm talking about that right now. That's really cute. I don't know what that's supposed to be. They just want to see organically how you are, and naturally, they're just going to fall in love with you so hard. So that's all I have for you. Sorry, this wasn't that sexual. Please like, dislike, comment, subscribe. Hope you guys have a great day or night. Bye. Hello to those who've chosen pile 3. This first section, I'm going to talk about what do they find platonically attractive about you. As you can see, there's only 2 cards for this particular section. Once I'm done interpreting one card, I'm going to jump right into the Instagram photo I intuitively chose for you. So we'll start with the 4 of Wands right over here. What do people or your person find attractive about you that you're a woman? If you're a male or you was born male, you definitely present feminine like, but this is more womanly. Especially if you're technically a male or you got male body parts, it turns them on. They have you on their arm. People would first assume you're a woman, pile 3, but you're actually not. And even though I was about to say, like, this feels low key objectifying, but there with the 4 of Wands as I'm getting in the middle of the imagery, whoever you're asking about or the people in general that you're asking about actually deeply care about you. So if you're asking about people in general, what do they find platonically attractive about you? This is probably people who are close to you. You're a very hardworking woman. You're always very punctual, and you take the time out of your day to address concerns. So, what is platonically attractive about you? You do what needs to be done. You don't slack off, you don't waste your time. If there's a minuscule issue, you address it right then and there before it turns into something bigger. An example, y'all all work on one floor, and someone comes up to you and lets you know there's like a drip right there on that ceiling. Like, I know it's minor and like we can put like a book underneath here, but that's a cause of concern. Can you do something about it, pile 3? And even if you don't have the authority, you'll make sure that the problem is addressed. So that way it doesn't turn into a major inconvenience. So I'm not gonna lie, just objectively looking over at the whole 4 of Wands and what interpretations I've been getting, these people or this person likes what you do for them. If you was on someone else's arm or you was addressing a concern that goes against their role, goes against their greater judgment, that they would assume, I can picture them start villainizing you and turning against you. So I would say you should not be loyal to this person. It's so odd because the way that they're perceiving it is they're loyal to you, but this is their version of loyalty. Like, I'm not surprised that this person just ends up using you and then dumps you, but is that what you want? Is this a sugar daddy, sugar mama? Now we're getting here to the Instagram photo I intuitively got for you. It says our souls are always destined to meet. This person or these people really love your eyes. What's captivating about you? You have many layers to you, so it says our souls are always destined to meet. When they first met you, they thought you was one way, or you was even just a simple woman. You wore simple things. Now that they've gotten to know you to the past year or even more, they've learned a lot more personal things about you. It adds to your creativity, like to your zestiness that they now feel for you. Because they appreciate you as a woman, and they don't objectify you now. Like, I'm not surprised if from the beginning they objectify you, but now they don't objectify you anymore. Whenever they categorize woman in oh wow, they're more than just their looks. Oh my gosh, they actually don't mind hanging out with them outside of work, going out on a date with them or going out on lunch with them. I'm not surprised that this person doesn't take you on dates, to be honest. They think this is me being loyal. I'm not gonna be loyal to Paul 3 because they rarely view women in a non-objectifying way. Do you understand what I'm trying to say? When they don't objectify women, which is rare, they're like, oh my gosh, that means that my heart has found a kindred with Power 3, therefore I have to be loyal. I have to be da da da. But I think this person's just skewed their view on life. So I'm just warning you, okay? If you wasn't hot, they would have never bothered to even look your direction. Really take that into consideration because yes, you can technically say that now they appreciate you because of the hardships you've been through, just the beautiful inner qualities you got. They only allowed themselves to be open to that because you're beautiful. So yeah, I would be wary about this person there. I'm already done interpreting that photo. Wow, this is kind of a sucky reading. Unless you wanted to hear this. With the Fortitude card, I'm getting that this person could be a Leo or they have a Leo rising. What do they platonically find attractive about you? Well, because they automatically objectify women, that's the first thing they do with you. So when they first met you in the first few weeks or few months, they would do objectifying things to you in their fantasies. So an example is them having a fantasy of them picking you up and you're in like a little skimpy dress. You're like, oh my gosh, I got an OnlyFans. Don't tell anyone about it, okay? You decide to hold up the camera and take pictures of you at angles like underneath the dress while they're driving and you're the passenger seat. Do you get me? This is the kind of stuff they found platonically attractive about you. They like the way that you smell. It matches perfectly with your presence. They also like that you leave them alone when they don't want to be bothered. So let's say they're giving off the vibe, they're showing physical cues. I don't want to be bothered, like leave me alone. You leave them alone. You see, like they only like what you do for them. Whenever they need help, they don't even expect you to help them. You just randomly pop up and solve their problem. And then it's like, oh wow, thank you, Power 3. Like I really appreciate that. Emotional disconnection they have with women in general, they have never experienced love. So let's say like their past partners, it was never real or authentic. You know how we said the category they put you in, it's rare because they always objectified women. Whoever their exes was, they objectified them like crazy. They never passed that rare threshold. So what does that say to you, Pottery? Now that you've passed this rare threshold, they're definitely not about to take you out. They're not about to take things any further. Why? Because they don't want anything serious. Why? Because they don't want any commitments. They don't want to think about what does someone else want, what does someone else need. Because they're immature and ethical. So I'm warning you. And the last two, I mean, they was not the best, but there was at least love, bro. Here is just this person's a mess, and this has nothing to do with you. So this next section is gonna be what does this person or these people find sexually attractive about you? Down here, you got the Anuradha Nakshatra and you got Pada 1, and you have Scorpio, the zodiac down here, and it came with just some random characteristics that I put down that I associate with Scorpio. And what's interesting is Anuradha, that's the Scorpio sign in Vedic astrology. So you got two Scorpios that came out. So I thought that was really interesting. On top of that, remember how I said that your person with the Fortitude card, that was Strength card, so that was a Leo card. Anuradha Nakshatra, first Pauda, is represented by the Leo sign. Like it has Leo-ish qualities, I guess. I'm not too educated in Vedic astrology, but I found that super accurate for me. What it says is being able to focus on the inner understanding and applying the lessons in your career, and your pride needs to be controlled if you have this. And you should always try to simulate positive thinking because I assume that's what they struggle with. And this Bauda is associated with intense energy that comes from Sun, Ketu, Mars, and Jupiter. So this would definitely make sense as this is a work scenario. What do they find sexually appealing about you, pile 3? With the Scorpio on the bottom, it's so odd. This person's weird, or these people are weird. Because you know how I said in the beginning they would sexually objectify you and put you in all sorts of disgusting scenarios? Now it's actually showing up as they gotten to know you. They see you more as a human being, which is sad. They actually don't like sexually objectifying you. This person, these people no longer have sexually charged fantasies about you. There might be times whenever you just look extra just stunning whenever you come in at work, or they just see you and you're just so beautiful and gorgeous. Their mind can't help think of them slapping your ass or flirting with you, but they try to tap that down whenever that pops up for them. Makes them feel unworthy. They feel worthy of talking with you right now, you know, like they don't mind interacting with you at all. They actually appreciate your mind now. Since they see you as human, you deserve more than them just objectifying you, which is so odd because they should be viewing everybody like this. Like they should be treating everyone like this. I'm just letting you know they don't treat a lot of women like this at all. To be honest, this is supposed to be what they find sexually attractive about you. But now that they've got to know you, they view you more like a sister or a brother. They want to help guide you to make the best decisions possible in your life. They want you to come to them for advice on things. I'm double Scorpio. I'm not surprised if you just keep to yourself, just mind your own, and you don't. The fantasies of anything that they have with you is not sexual. Now it's them being able to help you out with something, and it's not buy you gifts or some shit. It's to be able to give you some verbal advice. The High Priestess in reverse. This person believes you don't see what's to come to you in the future. You're just kind of taking it week by week, month by month. You're having faith that all the puzzle pieces gonna fall together just right for you. They agree with this sentiment. Like, I'm not surprised if you've said things or alluded to this kind of mindset, and they 100% wholeheartedly agree with you, because if they was in your scenario, they would be doing the same thing. There's not so much you have control over your life, and they're very proud for you for sticking with just trying to be the best version of yourself, trying your best to make the most out of your work environment, position you have, especially whenever it comes to career. They really think you can strive for success with the mentality you have. With this in mind, there's some people who are groomed, there's some people who are susceptible to being taken advantage of, because this person is an asshole towards women. The way that they view women, they think that a woman who sells their body or a person who sleeps with a boss to get to the top is someone who is not worthy of their position. You clearly haven't done that in this person's eyes. Like, they would have already known if you did that. So you don't compromise on your morals, you stick with keeping things cordial. Because of that, they see you in fresh eyes. That's also what added on to them seeing you as a human being rather than objectifying you. So funny because this person thinks that they're pious and they have got this higher perspective, but they're just they're such a jerk. And with the Four of Cups in reverse, if anything, they've heard you groan about how shitty dating is, or how shitty stuff is with your partner, how men and or women just suck. They don't tell you this, but they think in their mind like, oh, I wish I could just give encouragement to pile 3 about their dating life. They'll find the one. They see it as you've had experiences many times over and over in dating where people overlook your value. Someone doesn't meet up to your expectations because they're very selfish. They get triggered. Other people treat you like this, but they're not telling you this. They get angry on your behalf, I guess. They just want to give you words of encouragement. But once again, I'm really getting with the Four of Swords, your eyes. They think they're just so gorgeous. Well, they're saying this, but they're the kind of eyes that would make them want to give you a belly rub, massage your feet, wine and dine you. So maybe there is feelings on this person's part, but first off, they not only don't acknowledge it with the Four of Swords, even if they had feelings for you and if they was to acknowledge it, they're kind of warped in their mindset towards women. It's a compliment this person is not pursuing you. That's all I'm gonna say. With the King of Swords, this person is actively trying to find data on you with me phrasing it like that. This person does feel like a very logical thinker. I don't think there is a warp in their connection with their emotions. They're just odd. They just think differently, okay? They're collecting data on you, but they're also collecting data continuously on other women they objectify and that they don't. You know, like this person likes to look up about their exes to see how they're doing. This person attaches small emotional investments in a shitload of women. They objectify and that they don't. So yes, they're doing this to you, but don't feel special to be honest, because they're just a player. They're not about to settle down anytime soon. They're not about to question how their mindset is wrong. With the Anuradha Nakshatra, first of all, the description, I'm gonna read it again, but this probably describes this person, and maybe this will help you get closure if you have feelings for this person. This is an amazing reading if this is a sugar mama, sugar daddy, though. Or if this is like your boss, this is a great reading because they're not about to take advantage of their position with you. So once again, they got Leo vibes, but it's supposed to be a Scorpio sign, and gotta focus on inner understanding, which they're not about to do. They're not about to reflect on how they understand things because they think that they're right. And applying the lessons in your career. So I'm not surprised that this is a colleague of yours. Their pride needs to be controlled. They may be prone to negative thinking and they need to work on positive thinking. They have intense energy that comes from Sun, Ketu, Mars, and Jupiter. So that's all I have for you. You're probably not going to want to like this video. So please like, dislike, comment, subscribe. Hope you guys have a great day or night. Bye. Hello to those who chose certain pile 4. I will get into what is a person or what do people find attractive about you. First, I'm gonna interpret an Instagram picture I intuitively chose for you, so I'll put up on the screen. It says 333. The higher spirits are in your presence. Better life awaits. I don't know why I feel explaining this like the first time, but whenever these Instagram photos have words, the reason why I read them out loud, first off, it helps me with editing, but that's not the major reason. The main reason is because there's people who are blind and they can't see the freaking photo. Why not at least let them know what did it say? And I link down below the creator. You could be male presenting or a male who has chosen this pile. I'm getting that you're associated with the party scene. Maybe it could be a musician, a DJ. I said those things, but honestly, I'm just getting like a regular who likes to go clubbing once or twice a week. Maybe you like to go and rave, like to go to little festivals. Is this spirit telling me this, or is this how this person or people are viewing you? I don't know. They don't view you as that intelligent, but you're more spiritually advanced, which actually a very hypocritical statement, because as I've grown and evolved spiritually, I found out you can only advance as far as your mind is capable of. The more spiritually evolved you are, the more I would equate you with high intelligence. Yeah, I think that's how this person or people view you, because now, as it's getting farther down the photo, Spirit is viewing you as a very smart, creative person, but you have a lot of potential that you still need to tap into. I know I said 33, blah, blah, whatever the statement, but honestly, that's not the important part of the photo. It's the imagery. Spirit's telling me that you're the chosen one. You would know in what capacity that is. You're very at one with yourself, and I can see how you think you're a pushover or a follower. I believe you have traits that society would view as the opposite of being masculine, but at this point in life, you don't really care about the spelling, their assumptions. You're just leaving it be. With that also in mind, whoever you're asking about, or people in general that you're asking about, what do they find attractive about you, you kind of don't care. I think you're just clicking on this for fun. It's a bit of curiosity you have, but you're so sure of yourself, you won't compromise yourself, your morals, your personhood to appeal to someone else. There's just a strength about you. And I'm getting that you could be an Aquarius. Very intelligent, wise person you are, but this feels like it was gained. you was not born with it. Probably not giving credit to how much you've been through in this life. Like you probably have had many, many hard things you had to experience to get to where you're at right now. And there's odds are you're probably gonna have to go through even more harsh things, but it's because spirit knows that you can handle it and you deserve the reward. So we're gonna start here with the Ardra Nakshatra Pauda 2. So in Western astrology, Ardra represents Gemini. Could be a Gemini. I am getting air sign vibes, I guess, from you. And what this second vowel that represents is it's ruled by Capricorn and Saturn. Usually people born under this vowel that are very materialistic, but the gains come to them only when Saturn and Mercury are well placed. I have a strong feeling that yours are well placed. I mean, I did channel at the very end there that you've been through some tough shit, bro, and you're still going to. So maybe you don't got a well placed Saturn and Mercury. Never mind, that would make sense. There with material gains to connected, you've probably had to work very, very hard in your career to advance. We face a lot of adversities whenever it comes to finances. But I do see you stable because it's the Capricorn vibes that the spouse is giving. Like you don't give up. You're very tenacious. And maybe people know this about you. A person or people in general know that you've been through some tough shit, but you still continue to persevere in your career. So it's really inspiring. And that's what's platonically attractive about you. I don't know if I'm going to add that in the editing, but I was like coughing right now like crazy. Because I don't think you want me to say this, but it's the truth, bro. So with the Ardra there, you've had a high body count or a very long romantic history of you going in and out of relationships where both of y'all was mutually toxic. Now, was this the old you before you were formed? Because not only have you struggled in material wealth, also you've struggled with your relationships. Odds are you was born in a disadvantaged position to where you didn't know better. People was not a good example for you. You had to learn and find out the hard way on your own. No school hard knocks. What is moral? What is not? Like you probably had a lot of ego deaths to get to where you're at right now. Because I'm not surprised that this was the past you and that's why you didn't want me to talk about it. You're trying your best not to be like this anymore, or you're not like this. I'm more getting you're trying your best not to be like, a little toxic in relationships. Or was you always a spoiled brat, right? What if you had a well placed Saturn and Mercury and you've been getting everything that you wanted and you've had to learn the hard way in this life? Materialistic shit is not everything. It's either extreme. But ironically, this is what people find attractive about you, and it's probably because you're taking active steps the past year or so to not revert back to that dark place. With the Nine of Cups in reverse, what do people find platonically attractive about you? You will up and leave a situation to start off something entirely new. You're asking about people in general. I'm not surprised if this also includes family. What do they find attractive about you? Let's say if you came from wealth, or I mean, it don't matter, okay? You just up and left your family and you're in barely any contact with them, but they find that attractive about you. You're sticking to your gun. Odds are right now, I think you are on the way to success. Now, if this is you asking about a romantic person, they find it admirable that you will up and leave a toxic scenario. And this is in all aspects of life. So with that in mind, they probably think you have a good character. Overall, I think where you're asking about is someone that you up and left. It's like you was outgrowing them, but yet they find this attractive. With the Nine of Swords, that's how they view themselves. They was once viewed as a kindred in your eyes, but since you've left them behind, they assume that you never think of them. I'm not gonna lie, they're still in the same toxic patterns, like whatever was the reason why you left these people or this person, still persisting with it. Whenever they think of you or see you, they find it attractive that you left them. You're growing up and maturing. Deep down, they feel this subconsciously, but then consciously, they don't want to acknowledge this because they want to continue perpetuating their behavior patterns. With the implosion in reverse, it would have been upright if you continued to stay with them. You would have continued to persist in toxic cycles. but now you're just chilling on your own because you removed yourself from the equation. This person, whether this is a correct assumption or not, this is how they feel. They're the root of all the problems that you had with them. They was the toxic ones. Whenever they look back, they don't have regrets because they don't want to change. If they wanted to change, they would have regrets. That's why they don't even acknowledge that far. They just think that they're fucked up. You did start off as someone who was fucked up, but you're trying your best to change. That's why they're simply viewing you like that, but subconsciously they find you attractive because of that. But consciously they would not say that they find you attractive. It's just simply, yeah, man, it was toxic and I understand why Paul 4 left. This next section is gonna be what is this person, what do these people find sexually attractive about you? Interesting how you got Sagittarius, you got the dark side traits to it, and then you got the Gemini. Ten of Swords is informing you of what you probably already know. You're not ever in this life meant to continue a connection with whoever you're asking about or the group of people I am referring to. It's over and done with because on your end you fulfilled the karmic lesson. On their end, with the way that they're going, it's not impossible, but they're never gonna learn the lesson. Because if they was to, then there's potential for y'all to come back together. With the Queen of Wands, once again, this person or these people don't view you as intelligent. They think that you're dumb. It would be so sad if you're asking about a bully now that I think about it. Yeah, it's so odd this person feels innately mean. They don't want to fix that. They hate your sense of style. This section was supposed to be about what do they find sexually attractive about you, but it's talking about what they hate about you now. So odds are they don't have sexual fantasies about you. They hate the way you do your makeup. They dislike the way you walk. Because you're living and breathing, they're your hater. Or these people are your haters. All you did was just distance yourself from these toxic people, and that's why they hate you. Because you won't continue on in their negative cycle. You see the qualities in the Sagittarius card. This is how they view you. A trickster, you're outspoken, you're immature, impulsive, tactless, and you got an ego. But what's hilarious is I know for a fact after viewing your energy in that freaking Instagram photo, this is all projection. And we both know this is all projection. So if anything, they're like this. With the Ace of Pentacles was to for some reason be that down bad to have a sexual fantasy about you. It would involve themes of pain, them cutting you, snuff film kind of stuff. Maybe I should blur out that word. It's basically very extreme violence in sex or in foreplay. It's all projection because they're mad at you. Why would they want to cause you pain in bed? And mind you, Queen is separate from the Ace because Ace is actually talking about the sexual fantasy now. But this is if they were even that bad, down bad. But they never question why. What about myself is bad? Why am I reacting like this? Why do I hate this person? They never question. They cannot self-reflect for shit because if they was to, they would realize maybe I'm having this sexual fantasy about causing powerful pain because they caused me pain. So instead of ruminating in all this hatred they have for you, accept you've hurt them. And in a sense, they have feelings for you. Whether this is romantic, platonic, you would know. But in order for them to even come to that realization, they gotta be open to processing other pains in their life. And this was like with the Ace, key trigger. So what that means is, God forbid this happened, but I saw my sister get run over by a car and she passed away. So now whenever I see cars of that particular make or of that color, I think of my sister. I'm not thinking of my sister in that moment like PTSD. It just causes me to have an emotional, angry outburst. And that's what you are for this person. When I was younger, I was falling asleep. I woke up in the middle of the night choking, and it was because a bug was going down my throat and I had to swallow it. That is low-key traumatizing. But if I ever see bugs in general, I don't associate it. I don't automatically get angry. I don't automatically feel some type of way. It's just it is what it is, like it happened, Just one of the key traumatizing things in your life, the key points in your memory, you're one of them for them. I hope you're getting where I'm trying to get. With the Gemini, this is what they have yet to unlock, and this is what they need to delve into. Okay, so that's being fearless, inventive, multifaceted, sociable, talkative, adaptive. Just being open to change, being open to talking to others about your traumas. In this case, resolving things with you. That's the only way they can pass this karmic lesson. I'm so sorry. I did not tell you kind of anything that they found attractive about you this whole time. The Princess of Cups, the way that they think that you feel towards them is you're hurt, you feel like they abandoned you, they're the villain, but this is all projection. We both know. Because they're probably talking to others like this about you. All four definitely feels this way about me. I feel like this towards them. But if those same people or that same person that they venting to was to talk to you and see your higher perspective, they would see that that person was projecting, that they're immature, that they need to get it together. Tactless, bro. Like that is tactless. I'm gonna give you one story and then I'm gonna wrap it up. Like I'm gonna end this because this was supposed to be about what they find attractive about you, but there's a deep rooted issue with this person. Like there's not something okay in their head. This issue didn't start with you, it started since birth. I have a relative, right? And I was talking with her yesterday and she told me that she was playing bingo. Keep in mind, there's a bunch of other people together in a huge room. There's a bar where you can get drinks. You know, people are bound to yell. People are bound to get competitive, maybe even a little aggressive. There's prizes up, right, for the little bingo. My relative wanted this one particular prize. It was common for everyone else to be yelling, Maria, don't get that prize, whatever, it's mine, it's mine. It's a joke, like it is not deep at all. So my relative said something like that along the lines towards a person. There was a bunch of other people yelling at the same time as my relative, right? It's not that deep. So then when my relative ended up winning that prize, a woman that she had a falling out with came up to her and was making a huge scene, trying to make it seem like if my relative was being hyper aggressive, as if no one else was yelling like her, and that she was targeting Maria. I'm giving an example of whoever she was. And my relative and her other friends was just sitting there looking at her like, oh, okay, well, if Maria has a problem, there's an issue. I didn't mean to offend anyone. It was a joke. If she had won, I would have absolutely no issue. And long story short, the person who had backstabbed my relative, after the whole bingo was over, she called up the offspring of that relative and was trying to paint my relative out to be a really bad person. And obviously, the offspring ended up telling her off because it was out of character for that relative to be aggressive, to be rude, to be nasty. Anyways, the point is, in the way that that all played out, it's obvious who was the bigger person, which was my relative, person who wanted to start a commotion, who has always hated that relative, who also backstabbed that relative, was trying to paint them out to be a bad person when it's just projection because they are that bad person. That's all I'm saying, okay? So good luck dealing with this person, especially if this is family. I can see how this is family or an old friend. So please dislike, comment, subscribe, maybe choose another, pick a card I have on this channel to get advice if you want about this connection. Okay, bye. Hello to those who've chosen Pile 5. I intuitively chose an Instagram photo for you, but that's for the very end of the reading. As you can see, a situation is nearing an end. I am going to intuitively interpret that. And then you see Hermetic Nakshatra, and you got the Pala one. You don't know what zodiac sign that's associated with. That's like the cusp between Capricorn and Aquarius. And what it's saying here in this little description about that one, it's either going to be about the person or the people you're asking about, or it's going to be talking about you. They're energetic, aggressive, passionate, dedicated, structured, disciplined, have an ability to inspire and motivate others. They aspire to do a lot of shit in their life. They have a good eye for whatever career that they're in. So these the kind of people who are probably perfectionists who would stand out because they pay attention to the little details. I mean, therefore, they take their career very seriously. It's not a person or people to slack off, play games throughout the whole shift, trying their best to just take almost an hour in the bathroom. This first section is what does this person or people find platonically attractive about you? With the Princess of Swords, I'm already getting you're very vivacious and you're something else. You really are. So the Shravana Nakshatra is probably representing you and how they perceive you. You're a wrecking ball in a good kind of way. You're coming up as someone who can be a polarizing figure. It happens that this person really likes you and they like it whenever a person has this kind of attributes, but I could see how someone who is chill, who wants to go under the radar, who doesn't want to do much, who doesn't want to be productive, won't like you. If you say it like you mean it. Duh, you do that. But it's you do that, you call them out and you embarrass them. You're very extreme. But that's what this person or people like about you. What's also attractive about you is you don't follow the conventional beauty standards. Does this have to do with your fashion? You tend to like your traditional clothing. Africans dress in different ways. Hispanics, Panchos, Asians got their own way of dressing, and you like to incorporate those kind of elements of your tradition into or your heritage into the way that you dress. I can see how that goes against the norm. Or is it that you are physically considered unconventional or not attractive technically? Does that have to do with your symmetry? Does it have to do with you got a huge scar on your face? Is your body considered unattractive in the society that you live in? The more unconventional that you is in the society's eyes whenever it comes to physical characteristics or the way you dress yourself, the more this person actually likes you. If you don't pay much attention to the way that you dress, you don't really care about makeup, like you're just they want you to be yourself, but they would love to see you dress up yourself, express yourself. They love to hear your opinions, see the product of your thinking. Then Shravana, I'm really getting that you inspire and motivate others. In this case, you inspire and motivate them. This person feels like they're caught up in a box or they can't help but not want to challenge social convention. They're having a difficult time reprogram their brain from societal stigmas, things like that. You are just like a beacon of someone who is anti-law or anti-government, like anarchy. There you go. Since they're the opposite of that, they naturally gravitate qualities that you have. So that's why, at least right now, you're either a muse for them or you're inspiring them. That's what they love to see you in person. They'd love to see the way you express yourself on social media. A situation is nearing an end. I'm actually getting that you don't care that it's coming to a close. So I'm channeling this. They have pain and hurt, and you know that. And they're not coming along with you on the ride. So, like, you are leaving them. A good analogy is that phrase. I forgot what exactly. I guess I'll just describe the scenario. There's a ferry. A ferry, I believe, is a boat that travels on water, drives around a little island, and it gives you a tour or it takes you to another destination that's on another island. And you both standing there waiting. The whole time, this person has seasickness, and on top of that, they're just low key scared of drowning on that ferry. Like, what are the chances that the ferry's gonna tip over whenever I want to go on? But then you're like, you need to chill, just go, just do it. They're like, oh, I'm so sorry, Pal 5. Like, they probably say sorry a lot. I can't. And then you're just like, okay, bye. And then you just go off and, like, you go by yourself. Because they were supposed to be the plus one, your friend. So they're just left there standing as the little ferry's gone. You're with it. They stare at the ferry. They see you successfully go to the other island. And then the ferry comes back, right? It's supposed to pick up more people. And it's them questioning, should I get on now? I mean, Power 5 got their save. Should I? Should I? And they're just stuck in their head, bro. I think that's why the Princess of Swords is in reverse, because you don't got issue with communicating. You spit it right out. You are very transparent. When they say judge a book by its cover, that is you. They feel like In order for someone to not judge a book by its cover for them, someone would have to dig and dig and dig and dig and pick at them, pick at them, pick at them to really fully understand them. But you don't waste time with even picking at them because it's just like, I don't got time for you. I'll just find someone else that aligns with me. And it's just like, wow, maybe I should be more like Pop 5. But this still feels like someone who's in a standstill in the middle of transitioning. They're in their head, they want to get to know someone like you and embody the qualities you got, but whenever it comes to taking action on it, they just kind of freeze up. So that's really interesting. This next section is going to be, what does this person find sexually appealing and attractive about you? You got the dark sided traits of Aquarius and Gemini there. You also got Vishaka Nakshatra Pada 4. Vishaka in Western astrology represents Scorpio. I'm going to first start interpreting with the Temperance. At least so far, it's starting off this person doesn't have, or these people don't have sexual fantasies about you, to be honest. They are so in their head whenever it comes to their life. So someone like you is only gonna make them spiral down a rabbit hole of their thought. It's so vexing because they love being around you, they love seeing you every single day. They want that. If you even sit close to them or you strike up a convo with them, they get all up in their head. In a sense, you trigger them. They see that you're doing your own, especially at work, like you're just trying to get work done. It's not that deep. They're aware of that on your end. But for them, it just brings up all sorts of insecurities they have that they still need to work on. Vishaka Pada 4 is ruled by Cancer and the Moon. So I guess double water. And the people born in it can get jealous easily and are highly emotional and sensitive. So I am thinking that's this person. They don't even get as far as having sexual fantasies about you because the underlying theme between y'all is insecurity. So they don't feel like they're enough to match you on your level. Even if they acknowledge that they have romantic feelings for you, they just get in their head with the courting phase. So they don't even act on it. They just stay stuck ruminating. And they feel like they have to be hyper vigilant and making sure that every piece on the chessboard is perfect if you know they want to pursue things romantically. The Gemini is qualities they fear in you and that they've seen in you before. So that's over exaggerate, shallow, irritable, unserious, gossiper, and you're forgetful. Or this is how you've made them feel many times because you've expressed that they're not at your level. I'm saying that, but you didn't see it like that, and they know you didn't see it like that. It's just get over it. Okay, you're done? You're not? Okay, I'll move on. They put over exaggerate, shallow, but they don't see you as entitled. Once you treat them like discardum, they can't help but see your actions from then on out, even if they're good actions, as either one of the bullets I just mentioned. But it's because they're viewing you in a fear mindset. If anything, you want me to tell you a fantasy, at least at this moment, they tend to revert back to, and this is probably the only fantasy they have in their head about you that repeats in their head over and over, or on their mind often, is them bringing up an idea. So, what makes sense of this is career, once again. They're bringing up an idea about you to do something better or to do something more efficiently. After they're done giving their whole spiel, like for minutes, they've been talking, you say to them, well, these are the flaws. So this and this and this. Also, that doesn't solve this and this and this. I think that this plan that we're doing right now solves almost all of those issues. Is there a way for you to address this and this and this? They was never prepared for that. So it's like, oh, I guess not. And then you're just like, okay, well, just let me know. And then you just walk away. You give me like they have defeating fantasies. That's why they can't even think of you sexually. They're not even mad at you for it at all. They don't judge you at all for it. It's just they know that they're competent, but they haven't shown you that they're competent. I think that's the whole gist of that fantasy. So now it comes to the way they view your connection with them. And this is what they want to change, though, is with the Aquarius card. So that's being unpredictable, obstinate, discontent, inflexible, detached, and unemotional. They want to change all of this. So let me turn it around, and this is what they want it to become, because this is the light side of the Aquarius. They want communication between y'all too. They want it to be witty. They want y'all to have great banter together, creative, popular, intelligent, altruistic. They want y'all to form a bond, but especially on your side because they feel like this is one sided. What can they do to position themselves and other variables to where you want to actively get to know them? So this person is very strategic. Also makes sense why no sexual things came out because this person probably gets mentally stimulated. Just this mental chess playing thing that's been going on between y'all two in their minds already turns them on and in themselves. I did say it sucks that they see themselves in such a degrading perspective, but this person has a good head on themselves. They're not hardcore depressed. They don't get anxiety attacks over this. It just gives them something to think about. And the worse the puzzle, the better. And you are such an enigma to them. So this whole chess piece, this may not seem something that is to the average person. They would think, oh, this person's probably sexual or this person probably never gets turned on. But no, like this dance in itself between y'all two is already turning them on. So this person's just a little odd. Okay, they're not odd. They're probably just like nerdy or something. So that's all I have. Oh, also this person might like video games. So that's all I have. Oh, a fantasy they probably have is you two playing video games together and them teaching you or you teaching them. That's all I have for you. Please like, dislike, comment, subscribe. Hope you guys have a great day or night. Bye. I actually forgot to analyze the Instagram photo I intuitively chose for you. But up on the screen, it says, "My evolution will be beautiful." The last pile, I intuitively chose the same artwork that this artist makes. I mean, if you like it, look at the link down below. Pile 5 is supposed to probably represent what does this person find attractive about you, but I can see you choosing pile 4 to ask what do I find attractive about this person to get like an objective view on you. The last pile, the person seemed like they was really high caliber whenever it comes to like spirituality, or they're very, very, very mature. It seemed very logical. And I know in this pile in the beginning also, whenever it came to being platonic attractiveness, what came out was something is nearing an end. Honestly, nothing was nearing an end. It was just this person being all up in their head. This pile will also give you comfort in that because in the last one was kind of negative. But this person thinks that you're really sexy. Probably gonna get more physical connection here with this picture. They find you really, really hot. So funny because I think this picture came out to represent how they see you. It's like it's only you. Do you realize how hard it is for them to get turned on by someone or to even be interested in someone, for someone to catch their attention? They couldn't give any fucks about how someone looks, how much money they make, their status. But I don't know what you've done since you've met them, but you've made yourself stand out just by being you. And I can see how this person still feels like there's so much layers to you that they have no idea about, no idea. Just fascinated by the prospect of even having you in their life. For this person, whenever it comes to romance and stuff, they more view it like a friendship than let's f 8 times a day. This person loves you with their mind and they want you to love them for their mind. So that kind of makes sense why they kind of felt in their fantasies and feeling degraded whenever they brought up an idea to you and you just shut them down because you have a higher perspective that they don't have. It's the way that they're seeing it. They really want you to know that you're beautiful. I know it says my evolution will be beautiful, but that's what they want to tell you. Probably their love language is talking. I forgot what that's called, but it's not like acts of service or like touching. This person is very, very good at communicating. And their way of showing you that they love you is by taking care of everything and you not having to worry about a single thing. They want you to live in the full culmination, and they assume that full culmination for you is having time for your hobbies, having time to relax. This is the type of person where you come home from work, they don't even warn you about this. You know that their home is just like, oh, I guess, and you're just exhausted, and then you close the door whenever you enter in, and then you turn around and you see on the dining room table, there's already dinner made, and there's candles, and there's literally, I'm not joking, a trail of roses. And then this person comes up and is like in a suit. I know that you've been stressed at work. I just decided to make you this. I decided to do what this. They really feel like a man doing that. Y'all finish up dinner. And even if it does lead up to sleeping with each other, they want to set the mood right. They want to put the right music, the right lighting. That's their way of showing you that they love you. The last thing they're thinking about is anyone else, getting distracted by any other woman or man. They don't care. None of them can turn them on mentally like how you do. Probably afterwards they want to play video games, or like you watch them play video games or something. But yeah, that's all I had for you. I'm pretty happy I decided to go back and reinterpret this, because for a second there I just wanted to be lazy. This is really cute. There. Bye. Chosen the last pile 6. This first section is gonna be, what does this person or these group of people find platonically attractive about you? What is platonic? That means non-sexual. You got Kritika Nakshatra Pada 3. Kritika is supposed to represent in Western astrology the cusp between Aries and Taurus. Maybe you got that, because Taurus also came out again, the dark side of Taurus. And I was getting to read all of this because I just pull up info on the internet and then I just try to incorporate it in the reading too. And I think this is talking about you. So this is how this person or these people view you. You're idealistic, sincere, responsible. Your outwards appearance can seem lazy or slightly bent forward. So I guess you could have a little turtleneck. Your eyes have a mature look. And this specific Bauda falls in the Aquarius sign and it's ruled by Saturn. So these people, what do they like about you, or what does this person likes about you, is you're humanitarian and altruistic. You have a forward-thinking mind, and your principles and morals are very strong. You're very ethical. But these people are quite indulged in pleasures, which gives them into financial troubles. They could think that you don't spend your money wisely, or you're very impulsive with your money. You just like to live day by day, week by week. You might have a lot of debt, or they've heard you talk about that, or whenever time comes around for rent, or time comes around for paying that income tax, you just get very triggered. It's like, oh my gosh, now I gotta find a way to pay this. What's associated with critical Paula 3, adulterous nature and illicit affairs, surrogacy and foster parenting, and illegitimate and abandoned children. I don't know if any of those would resonate with your story of how your life has played out. Up there, you got the death card. I told you that this was supposed to be, what does this person find platonically attractive about you? The next section is going to be, what does this person or people find sexually attractive about you? But it's already spilling into this reading with the Ten of Swords. I talked about how you're idealistic, sincere, responsible. What's really popping out for you is you can get wrapped up in pleasures that can lead to financial troubles, but it can lead to other things like adulterous affairs or abandoning children, like honestly, you're giving off like a crazy vibe. For example, you remember Britney Spears in her era when she shaved her head. She was doing a lot of quote unquote insane things in society's eyes because she was on drugs, or was it because she was trying to get back at the conservatorship and she was just triggered about that? Who knows, but like, you give off Britney Spears during that time. You're a little mess. You're crazy in the head, but this is what they find attractive about you. You're insane. It's repeating over and over again with the Ten of Swords. Whoever gets wrapped up with you or associated with you gets pregnant or experiences hardships. You're a walking piece of karma, but like karmic debt. I've used this before in my channel with the black oval egg, and we all have it inside ourselves. It varies with the size of each of us. Some of us are born with a very, very small black oval egg. What is that supposed to represent? That's supposed to represent the amount of trauma we've endured, the amount of karmic debt that we're supposed to pay off. And you have a massive one, but you have a special ability, unlike other people who also got massive ones. Black oval egg is supposed to get smaller whenever you start working on yourself or you start paying off your karmic debt. It doesn't have to be financial, but for you, you can also pay it off and you give a piece of your black oval egg to this person to make theirs bigger. But then you continue giving and giving. So as your black oval egg and your trauma is getting smaller, this other person is gonna start experiencing that same similar theme of trauma, having hardships, that's why you're just a walking asshole full of fucking karma that you're just laying it all out to whoever's associated with you, even if it's your freaking children. This person or these people think that you're not a fit mother. You're more of a one night stand kind of person. You're not a long term option. No one really wants to settle down with you. This would also make sense if you're already married. People think that you cheat. Maybe even this person cheats on you. It's just a whole mess. It's just a karmic mess. You're living in that karmic mess, girl or guy. Maybe you got multiple baby mamas. With the Six of Wands on the side, you don't take them seriously. You don't take a lot of people seriously. The people that you're loyal and devoted to are the people who have the same shape and size of the black oval egg. And y'all are not about to fix it. That's the only people that you can resonate with or understand, comprehend what the fuck they're even saying. So what's platonically attractive about you? Whoever you're asking about, or these people, I'm getting that they actually do find you attractive and they actually do like you as a person. You're just attracting people who are shallow, who don't give a damn about your well-being, who only like what you give them. With the Sun card, I'm getting them talking about you to someone else, and they're like, if the rapture was real and if Jesus came down and was to send our souls to heaven or hell, yours would definitely go to hell within a heartbeat too. You can't even argue. It's just like, yeah, I get it. So I can see once again, I don't think this person finds your personality or the things you've done attractive. It's just your body, your face, your fuckable, or what can you provide for them. And there with the Taurus, you're showing the dark side of the attributes, which is stubborn, self-indulgent, materialistic, lazy, and unchanging. Those are very selfish actions. The Universe card, I'm channeling the song by Carrie Underwood, and she's like, I don't even know his last name. The way that Spirit is viewing whoever you're asking about or these people, they have a higher perspective. They're pretty mature. They're on the right path in life. The thing is, you're not even an obstacle to them. Because they're not emotionally invested in you, they're not hurt whenever you're hurt, whenever you try to do things to retaliate against them. It's just like, I was going with the flow with life, and you always bring me obstacles. It is what it is. I just gotta deal with them as they come, and it's all good. Since this person is so objective, they have no emotional attachment to you. I am saying stubborn, self-indulgent, materialistic, lazy, unchanging, but this person sees great qualities to you. They don't harp on the negative qualities, but I can see how this person was nice to you, and you end up harping on, does this person like me? No, they don't at all. At all. You're not even their type. This person prefers a long-term kind of person. For example, I know that whenever you change your hair color, you get treated a different way from men. Whenever people tend to go blonde, men tend to objectify them more, not take them seriously, not see them as a wife material. That's the stigma associated with them here in America. That's like you being a blonde. But it's because of your actions and the way you are, the way you carry yourself. But with the Death card, like, they're just laughing at the whole scenario with you, all the drama you got going on. And I could picture you getting triggered by this reading because you're like, I vented to this person, I trusted them. Why are they viewing me so negatively? But that's what's funny with the Death card. You're blaming everyone else but you. Dude, you're the problem. But they're not even about to say that because they find your whole train wreck thing as funny. Let's say if you almost got them fired from their job because you made a false accusation against them. You always try to put them in your business because you like their advice and their input, but you don't even realize, but you're being toxic by overly relying on this person. I'm just letting you know. But anyways, but they don't even mind it because it's just entertaining. It's an entertaining train wreck. It's an endless train wreck because you don't stop being like that. You don't even plan on stop being like this. So I don't know if you're asking about X. Could not be like this, but hey, Spirit was objectively talking in the universe card that they see things from a higher perspective and they're very mature. They just see you like a funny little TV show, entertaining. It's more of entertaining, and sometimes they laugh at your mistakes, but they don't show you that in person. They handle you very maturely. Know that by themselves they laugh at you if they was to randomly think about you, but not around other people. Around other people, they try their best to harp on positive qualities about you. Someone talks bad about you, they're like, yeah, you're right. Let's just focus on the positive things, blah, blah. But to end this off with the crystal card, it's a shame of the things that you've done to others. And of course, it's only a matter of time before you do whatever you've done onto other people onto them. That's why they keep a strong emotional block from you to ever invest in you. And they don't expect you to change anytime soon. That's why they just have absolutely no expectations. So, yeah, I mean, I am gonna go into what does this person find sexually attractive about you, but it seems like this is a kind of sad reading. So yeah, absolutely horrible cards to get on the bottom. I mean, Six of Pentacles, at least that's the best card. I did intuitively choose an Instagram photo for every single pile except yours. So I think that's representing this person does not even care about you. Like you're asking, what do they find attractive about? They could care less. They would ask you, pile six, why would you even go on a pick card reading and be curious about that? Like, I've been nothing but cordial with you. Well, with the Six of Pentacles there, you see this person is focusing on positive things about you. So if y'all have slept together, this makes sense. So what do they find sexually attractive about you? They think that you're really good in bed, but like nasty. I mean, in a kinky way. They think that you play the piano really well, so with that in mind, they associate that with you being very dexterous. You have a lot of potential music wise. This person does think about you though, but I think it's because you're around their vicinity, especially whenever they work out. Makes sense if y'all gym buddies or y'all used to be. But whenever they think of you, they think of these things, whatever the sexual things I said, but they don't fantasize about you. They just think of, oh wow, pile six must be good in bed. Like that's it. So Five of Pentacles I channeled, it's what you're overhearing about. This is them having options and them going forth in the other options. You are wondering when are they going to choose you. But now that you have been given hindsight, they will never choose you because they don't take you seriously at all. Because you don't take them or anyone or even yourself seriously. If you did take yourself seriously, you would stop acting childish, you would start maturing. This person always tries to harp on the positive. The reason why they think about you, not often at all, and they still tolerate you is, yeah, it's a fun train wreck. It's because you do have great things. This reminds me of, there was some quote-unquote friendships that I had. I knew if I was not smart, they wouldn't even look in my direction. It's like if they tolerated me because it's like, but you're smart, so I guess I'll give you a pass. Like, that's what this person does. So if you've done very bad things and they know of it, this person tries their best to give you a pass, but also they tell other people, they try to justify your actions. The Devil card, I'm not surprised if you have flirted before. I'm gonna say general and then go into the sexually part. So you pick up on their hints. If they post on social media alluding to being sad or alluding to being happy, or maybe just want to get your attention, like you comment back, you subtweet them back, or subtweet them encouragement. The next day you see them, you're like, hey, are you feeling bad? They like that you're attentive to them. But this can relate down to what they find sexually attractive about you. Equate love with sex, okay? So their offering of love to you is the high caliber form. Maybe they're a narcissist, I don't know. It would be stupid and a waste of time for you not to take it. Mind you, they're gonna always offer it multiple times. If they haven't already, This is just what they fantasize. This is why they haven't taken things to the next level. Think that they have a higher knowing or a mature perspective, which low key, bro, like spirit to see that. And you can't even conceptualize the love that they can give you because you don't even love yourself like that, bro. So if they have flirted with you, if they've made it known, they just think it's funny whenever you take it. They think it's funny that, especially the devil in reverse, it's giving you're being stubborn, like, I don't need you, I'm an independent woman, da, da, da. But they stop by your house by surprise, and within 5 minutes, you're on your knees eating them out or giving them oral. They find it comical that you don't have any self restraint. You can't even conceptualize the power dynamic. You just want your sexual needs over with just to be indulged and not think about the moral repercussions of it. That in mind too with the devil, they want to continue keeping y'all's connection either on a standstill because they have never made advances towards you, or keeping you confused, playing games with you, and because it's just funny to them. I will say they're not doing this with anyone else because they can only tolerate certain people, I'm telling you, and this person comes from like a pious perspective. You're special if you can catch their attention. They will never let go of their eye on you. This goes for a platonic or romantic. This is how they feel towards people in their life. That's why they only give a fuck about a few people, and you're one of the few people. They have a strong emotional boundary with you because you're unhealthy, you're toxic, but you have so much potential. So that's why they just keep you around and they're just messing with you and prodding at you. But it's for their entertainment. They don't want to bring you down or make you sad. They'll take a break if they notice that you're getting feels and stuff. Yeah, so that was all I had for you. I'm so sorry this was like really, like, I didn't enjoy reading this too. And honestly, it seemed like spirit was on their side whenever it came to them being mature and them seeing things from a higher perspective. So I can't even say that this is a narcissistic asshole. To be honest, you seem like the asshole. It is what it is. Please like, dislike, comment, subscribe. Hope you guys have a great day or night. Bye.